Hello and welcome to China Shortcuts,
the European Chamber's weekly catch-up on China's business landscape.
This episode was recorded on 15th October 2025. Data released by China's customs authorities on 13th October showed that the country's foreign trade growth accelerated sharply from August to September.
In US dollar terms, the total value of China's exports surged 8.3% year-on-year, the highest rate of growth recorded since March. Imports also rose at a rate unparalleled since April 2024 at 7.4%. As a result, China's trade surplus narrowed to $90.45 billion, the lowest level in a year. In the first 3 quarters of 2025, China's exports to the EU increased 8.2% year-on-year, while its imports from the bloc fell 3.2%.
On 9th October, China's Ministry of Commerce released 6 announcements, 4 of them jointly with the General Administration of Customs, tightening export controls of rare earth elements.
Crucially, the announcements introduced export controls on technologies related to rare earths and requirements for foreign entities to obtain a dual-use items export license. Additionally, starting from 8th November, the scope of export controls will be extended to more items, including lithium batteries. For the European Chamber's members, the most immediate concern regarding China's rare earth export controls remains the current backlog of export license applications that are still awaiting approval. At the same time, these latest announcements add further complexity to the global supply chains of rare earth elements. As key trade partners, including the European Union, have been vocal about their concerns over access to critical minerals vital for industrial production, these announcements are likely to increase trade tensions further. The European Chamber, therefore, is urging the Chinese side to maintain communication with trade partners on the issue and continue to facilitate rare earth exports to European companies.
Manufacturing activity in China continued to shrink in September, while non-manufacturing, reflecting services and construction, stagnated, according to data released on 30th September by the National Bureau of Statistics.
The official Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, stood at 49.8 points in September. While this was the highest reading of the past half year, the index still remained below the 50-point mark, separating growth from contraction. A breakdown by company size indicated that only large manufacturing firms were able to increase their activity in September. A key reason behind the overall decline was a persistent contraction in new orders, which continued for the 3rd month in a row, albeit the corresponding sub-index edged closer to the 50-point mark. Conversely, production surged at the fastest pace recorded since March, and optimism about the year ahead rose to the highest level in 7 months. The non-manufacturing PMI sank to 50 points in September, indicating stagnation, as construction activity shrank for the 2nd month in a row and growth in services activity slowed.
According to data published by China's Statistics Bureau on 15th October, deflation continued to put a pressure on the country's economy in September, as both producer and consumer prices dropped compared to a year ago.
The Producer Price Index showed a 2.3% year-on-year fall. This marked the 36th consecutive month of decline in prices producers charged their customers at the factory gate. The rate of decline, however, was the mildest recorded in 7 months, as in certain industries, including aircraft and special electronic materials manufacturing, prices improved year-on-year, while in some others, the rate of decline narrowed. Consumer prices dropped 0.3% compared to the same period last year. This also indicated a slight improvement from August, when the index showed a 0.4% decline. The main factor drawing the index downward was an accelerating fall in food and energy prices.
The European Chamber's 2nd tour to Brussels this year concluded at the end of September, with a delegation made up of the President, Vice Presidents, board members, senior working group, and Secretariat representatives.
During the week-long tour, delegates presented the newly released European Business in China Position Paper 2025-2026 and the Chamber's key messaging to European officials, the Chinese ambassador to the EU, industry associations, and think tanks. In total, 55 meetings were held.
Join us on 20th October in Beijing or online for our national Townhall event, where European Chamber President Jens Eskelund will debrief members on the key takeaways of this second tour to Brussels this year.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in again next week.
In the meantime, please find the useful links in the episode notes.